What's this? Who knew that you could just type in some bash characters into some bash engine that chugs and then steams out, dishes out this? Well, human future. Everyone is talking about our post-human future. Everyone is talking about human. What? Well, videos. Human evolution. Will the future be human? Oh my goodness. Our post-human future. Post-human. When machine and man and flesh become one. Post-human. When you can be downloaded into Bash an iPod. Post-human. This and this and that and that and that. Nothing. Your consciousness is in a little spherical crystal. Didn't you know? Images. Right? Evolution, robot, cyborg, technology, Mars. Average. Look, race, space, national. Somehow this is the face of the future. Right here. The stellar bowl cut with the prodigal genius savant. Who knew? And it speaks all languages. All of them. Perfectly. This and this and that and that and that and this. Wow. Shame. Right? Oh, Ex Machina is coming to get you and smash you. No. Right? This is the future, people. Look. It's derivatives of data and Bash, some Bash robot that wants to learn how to feel. Oh. And this, and that, and that, and this. Or somehow you care about the robot. Oh. It's just a machine that you become. You love it. Look, Sabash, look, lizard eyes, and this, and that, and this. Right? Because apparently now people have gone to the point where we're just slicing and dicing ourselves to the point where, you guessed it, you can bash your dust with some other bash dust, and apparently you can bash grind together. Whoa! So you make some bash synthetic brain and bash fuse it with your parent biological brain, and this and this, and somehow it's enhanced. Wow! Who knew? Just give me relentless neural pathways. Just recircuit my brain. Give me exterior circuits that patch my interior circuitry. And yes, give me more electricity. I want my 100% of my brain to be blasting 100%, 110% every day. Because I only use 3% of my brain and this and that. I want to use it all the time. And this and that and that and that and that. And you're making this bash robot that's gonna be bashed next to, exactly, because that's a robot for it, but this is the actual bash that's controlling it, you say. Wow. And of course it's this savant again, the Musk. It's strong. Must mean it's Elon. Who's coming along? Who knew? And it's all right. Look. Bash time is disintegrating like our minds. Bah. Human future. Apparently, it's just, who knows? Who knows what it is? Who knows? But it's somehow just so captivating. It's you and the earth. That's how it is. Oh, body modification. The future of fashion. Just becoming dirt. That's what it is. They're taking you to a point where you just bash. You're just gonna bash roll in mud and say, amazing. It's a new style, don't you know? It's called earthbound. It's called posthumanism. It's called striving for a better future. It's called caring. Don't you know? That's not fashion. Who knew? Oh no! It's not that. No. Of course not. Because Human extinction. Who knew, right? It's called in future studies, human extinction is a hypothetical end of the human species. This may result from natural causes or it may be a result of human action. Anthropogenic, of course. We just did it to ourselves. The likelihood of human extinction in the future by wholly natural cases, blah, 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 is unlikely. But it's more likely that it's going to be our fault that we smash everything, right? The future of humanity. Oh, this bash. The simulation, the hypothesis, and this and this. Nick Bostrom, of course. The future of humanity is often viewed as a topic for idle speculation. Yet our beliefs and assumptions of the subject matter shape decisions in both our personal and bash nothing. Look for it yourself, but it's more bashhood, the bashhood omelet. Oh, right. They just couldn't wait. So, is there a antidote? Maybe Wiki will lead us to the right path and say, "Wow, look at this smoke that raised. Right, it just mushroomed over. Who knew? Self-replicating nanobots." Right. In addition, emerging technologies could bring about new extinction scenarios, such as advanced artificial intelligence, biotechnology, or self-replicating nanobots. The probability of anthropogenic human extinctions within the next 100 years is the topic of an active debate. Guys, because it's totally debatable. We could debate about it relentlessly, and you guessed it, all the abuse and violence continues day in, day out. Groundhog Day, abuse, nothing was really changing. All these changes is ship shape. It's just a bash delusion. Right? The sorcerer of just predicting some future by what you're supposedly doing, but no, what you're doing is actually violence, abuse of yourself and others, so that you can somehow emerge in technology and bring people together, and that way we can solve problems. Oh, right, because apparently we're all just bashing, just separate right now, right? You're like, exactly, there's just, everybody's just doing what they want. Exactly, but that's what you want, and that's what you're fighting for, and you call that freedom and liberty, and this and this and this and this and this, right? All the while, people are just bashed, suffering in relentless ways and complaining and begging to live. Who knew? So, what is it that man is boasting about? His technology, his little buildings where they're learning things and bashing, calling that a career, call that a lifestyle, that and bash nothing. So, might as well just go and become somebody new. Okay, who do you call? Your local plastic surgeon, who's going to cut you up, slice and dice you, and relocate resources and transfer them here and put this here, reduce that, insert there, rigidify that, soften that. All right, inject that, take out, slide that, just nudge this, carve that out, instill that, fuse that, burn that, slice that. Okay, sew it up, laser it, bash, good as new. My face is all bash swollen. I look like a bash punch drunk Rocky. Where you actually got bashed. I just look like I've been bashed, consumed, and bashed. Just inflammation. Of course. Well, what you do is you just rest, take a bunch of painkillers, and let just wash and cleanse and bash and bash and bash and bash and bash and just take care. And eventually it'll just come back together. Oh, thank you, doctor. I couldn't have lived without you. Life was bashed. And you say, how dare you, plastic surgery helps people live through traumatic experiences. Oh. So, exactly. You justified that supposed ability by saying, it helps people. Right. When the majority is purely for what? Self-gain. Self-gain. For the people that are supposedly receiving the aid by plastic surgery to make their lives better, such as by accidents, burns, this, or just malformations and blah, 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 blah. And you say, wow, it's changed their life and this and that. Fine. What percentage? Who knows? Nobody cares, right? What they care about is this. Yes. We enhance you. Cosmetic surgery, because it's all about the biotech, right? And this and that. That's what they're talking about. AI. Merging nanobots with the human flesh. Cosmetic enhancement. Accessorize today. You guessed it, people, with the treatment of the crystals that just blast you with these hyperplasma blasts and that blah blah blah. We make your mind ready. Actually, we make your brain ready. The bash to soften up just enough will drill a hole through the top of your soft spot and inject the nanobots there directly into the bloodstream. We cross the blood barrier and then just nothing's in our way. We just bash. Who knew? And then it takes over. And then you're all better. You've evolved, sir. Thank you. Here's your bash tattoo that will just identify, and bash will give you more enhancement. Okay. Amazing. Oh, no. But it's no. If you've always thought cosmetic surgery and plastic surgery were one and the same, you're not alone. A significant number of plastic surgeons choose to focus their practice on cosmetic surgery, and as such, the terms are often used interchangeably. Right, because there's money in cosmetic surgery. Because what do? You just shift, shape, bash, it's potato head. You just mash the ad, and you make people happy. You give them the face that they've always wanted. Based on what? Who knows? But they just ask for it, and we deliver. We never have an unsatisfied customer. Well, it's just a small percentage. But, it's just statistics. One is bound to just become a failure. Just because of the skin type and the bone structure, sometimes it just goes all bashed. But our team is just top notch. Top notch to just notch off that beak that you call a nose on your face. Oh, I mean, no, you're beautiful now, but we're just going to make you more beautiful. We're going to carve it out, smoothen it out, sand her down, make it as fine as possible, whatever you want, according to your sketch that you gave us. And our artist gave us an interpretation of what that is, and we're going to go with that. All right, dear? Okay. Smashed. And this and that and that. Don't worry. You're in good hands. Don't worry, you're going to love yourself even more after this. Huh? Aren't you glad? Exactly. Yes. And we'll see you next year for your next bash enhancement. You're welcome. Amazing. No, but it helps people. I wouldn't have had the courage to keep living if I just couldn't fix my bash defiled face from my accident or this or that or this. Fine. Who knew that you could come to bash this by just creating the most fantastical slicing and dicing of devices, going into bodies relentlessly, and calling it a day, and saying, "Whoa, I couldn't wait to go deeper. I want to go full inside. I don't want to just poke some woman and put my vessel in her. I want to go full deep. I want to go inside as deep as I can. It's not deep enough. I need to go deeper. I'm just going to go as deep as I can, whether you like it or not." And, what's that? We've already done it? Whoa! Well, who knew? Right? Who knew? Who knew we could just go deeper in the sense of carve out the dust, carve it out, dig. We could dig all day. Dig, slice and dice, cut it, bash, and then put it back together. Wow. And you're proud of it, and you're saying, yes, this is life. And we can bash it together. That's why we're so amazing. Who knew we can slice and dice you so we can somehow put you back together? No. What puts back together? You think the stitches and the bash sawing and this and the stretching out and the snip tucking and bash and clamping and this and that. You think that puts back together life? No. Do you think all these people that go and get reconfigured have peace and joy and knowing of life, the true promise? No, of course not. They depend on things like rearranging their face and their bodies to somehow have some self boast and self pride, self love, they'll say. Otherwise, I'm just depressed and have a miserable life because I hate it. I'm not pretty, or oh, I have this lump, or oh, my chest isn't big enough, and this, or is it small enough, or no, what's going on? Because surely you worship this, right? Look at all these. What are they? Just bash aberrations. And you're like, no, 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 it's a bash, horse, falcon, chicken. Who knew? Right? It's some sort of llama, pony, serpent, deer. Okay. Some sort of octopus loving, horned, lovable monster. Yes, of course. Monsters Inc. Thank you. And of course, you couldn't just live without the unicorn. We've already talked about that. And look, it's some lizard tundra perch fish that's just waiting with those rat eyes. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, of course, look at this. The phoenix. Oh. Oh, exactly. The octopus. Oh, the octopus chef somehow. Amazing. You name it. Because look, decipherment of just little squiggly symbols of smash. Thank goodness for the Rosetta Stone and all the pillars that somehow just gave us everything. Because the Volter says everything. And this and little teeny tiny bashes and who knew? All from Sanskrit and this and that. The original encoding. The original encoding from cave people to the next level. Oh, amazing. Right? And they somehow just jumped electron frequencies and just bashed. They're the next orbital, and they're now smashing with different things from before, right? And this and this and that. No, what's going on? Who knows? But look, Sumerian gods. Apparently, it's some bash hot bird. He's a bash hot bird. Okay, hot bird. We're okay with that. And again, the hot bird. Oh, this one has a bird head. Bird head. Man body, bird head. Amazing. Oh, no, no. This is just metaphor. These are just metaphors, people. Don't worry. Oh, what do we have here? What is this? Oh, the serpent head. They're just helmets. Don't worry. They're just helmets and they're hiding something, but it's just amazing. Amazing. But don't worry. Don't worry. People, you have nothing to worry about. This, it's just a style. It was just a style of carving back then. They didn't know what the bash they were doing. But it was just so beautiful and so beautifully made. Some bash horse, some bash horse, some bash horse, with a face of a man supposedly carved in it somehow. And it's right, of course, the lion double horn bash beast. Right, it's just whoa, it couldn't get better. Can you give me that in black and white? Oh, fantastic! I'll take 3 of them. And this, and that, and that, and this. Because look, it's never ending. And it never ends. Whoa, the serpent that ate the man. Whoa, and the serpent. And they're just all just animals. Don't worry. They would just worship their natural world and this and this and that. No. What is going on? Who knows, but it's just so beautiful. Look at these teeny tiny little drawings. Oh, then they all mean something. It's the decoding. You need to decode it, people. You're not paying attention. The snake god is going to come and devour you with the bird brain of the slitherings of nothing. People, be afraid. Be afraid, for look, the old world is coming back and smashing you. Who knew? But no, it was just little teeny tiny paintings that mean nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It was just old times, old times. Look at these old bashes. They didn't know anything. They didn't know anything. Look, we had the bash little put a column of bash stickers that anyone can draw. And they could just put them out and somehow it was art. Wow. How primitive. Right? And this and that and this. We're beyond primitive now to the point where we could just bash. Right? And sure, they'll give you the pictures of modern techniques just to make people more amazing, just to be just normalized, standardized, and this and this and that, to give them better lives by giving them confidence and appearance. We make them plastic and we give them surgery. Who knew? Can it divide into two main categories: reconstructive surgery and cosmetic surgery. Reconstructive surgery includes craniofacial surgery, hand surgery, microsurgery, and the treatment of burns, while reconstructive surgery aims to reconstruct a part of the body or improve its functioning. Cosmetic or aesthetic surgery aims to improving the appearance of it. Both of these techniques are used throughout the world. Yeah, who knew? Slice and dice you? Yes, no problem. Come into our office, step in, sir. We're just going to knock you out for a few hours. And then you won't remember a thing, and you'll be a new person. Are you ready? Yes! Put me under, and make me just turn me from this to this. Alrighty then. It's not a problem, ma'am. I mean, sir. And now it's going to be amazing. You're going to be so amazing. And next year, you can be what? No. Okay, not yet? Okay. Well, maybe someday you can become a horse. Don't worry, we're working on it. We're relentlessly slicing and dicing and smashing our little dust into smithereens so we come up with ways to say, guess what? You know what? You can become anything. You can become this or this. And make the world a better place. It's the next evolution where we're just going to differentiate into all the Bashwoods of the future. The galactic werewolf, the galactic bash transformational creature like this. And then we'll see which one survives. We're just going to go through evolutions, help life a little bit by giving it ability to just shapeshift and give us new creatures. Or just do it to ourselves. Hey, let's become a new creature. But don't worry, it's already because we have DID and multiple disorder and this and that and this, multiple personality. No, Bash, I don't identify with anything. Or I do with everything. So therefore I am everything and Bash, make me into this. Yes. Turn me into this. Please give me a beak. I want to be a bird. Thank you. Give me the relentless longest beak you can. And then send me into the swamp. And I want to live with the birds and the trees forever. Thank you. Can you turn me into this now? Give us all your life savings, and yes, consider it done. Wow. Don't worry, people. It's all just helping people. Don't worry. It's all come because we've helped so much. Yeah, we've helped so much, and just look around you and just see all the bash trauma and this violence and suffrage that even the most of wealthiest person will say exists. And they're like, yeah, but you just got to rise above from it like the phoenix. You have to believe in yourself and just make something of your life. And this, don't let the bash let you down. And you go out there and bash, do it better. Wow. Because who knew the human body is just amazing? Who knew? In the sense of what could you possibly do to enhance it? No. You say, well, we're disease. Death is the ultimate thing that we'd change. We'd eliminate it. Right, so you negate life. You negate life just because you say, oh, it's just death is a disease. That's the problem. Right, it's not you that's just defiling and abusing in the living. Using your flesh to do it. Oh, no. It's not that. Don't worry. You still die anyway. So you say, well, I'd just rather do it my way than if I'm going to die anyway. Right. Because you forgot. You forgot where you came from. You forgot the creation. You forgot that there is resolve. So it's not just some bash randomness that you just woke up to. No, it's life, the true promise. There is a resolve. All life is engaged. What is life doing? In the sense of we are the children of God. Yeah, we've deceived ourselves to believe that we can go out there and work for that company and become this and be an apprentice of that and this and all to working toward a life of my own. But somehow it's just separate and relative to all the other bashes that are out there. But somehow we're all trying to move to just some bash. Avoid this. Avoid human extinction, people. Just we're trying to make it to the future somehow. So just keep it just mellow. Keep it triple X. But have some restraint, okay? Just think of the children. And then everybody's like, yeah, bash that. Let's go bash take what's ours. And that's exactly self-gratification to the point of you don't even need a nuclear war. It's self-ignition. That's what people have come. Just relentless self-frictioners. Sparkers of their own bash euphoria. And then nudge and nudge and nudge. And they cry about overpopulation. When in fact, who gives a bash? What do you even know about that? Because, of course, you know what it's like to live in a house with 50 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, you know what that's like. Right. And so the people that do live like that, apparently they're just poor and suffering, right? And they know so little about life. And they have no understanding. They have no idea. Right? Because we need to give them a better... Wow. What arrogance and what shame. Right? You don't know. Appearances, that's all you worship. Relentless judger of appearances. All because this is what you live by. The appearance. The appearance of something that you deeply care about. Some image. That somehow you're just going to snip, tuck, and bash, carve out, and sand down enough where you'll finally get it right. Because these bashes... These bashers didn't know a thing. They could build things, no problem. Things that kind of still are a mystery today, but they were still bashed. They didn't have smart cars. There was no Uber. Oh, how primitive. How primitive and stupid were these people. Oh, man, just so relentlessly religious. I mean, of course, so archaic. The patriarchy, it's just oppression. And man couldn't wait to just slam, throat kick the woman and to just keep her down and kick her belly relentlessly down the stairs because he didn't understand what a woman was. He didn't know. He just was just the abuser, bash, oppressor of life forever. But somehow woman just kind of softened him up for a while. But no, then he put her down again in this. Wow, what shame. What shame. Right? We're going to pretend like men and women had no idea what life was ever. Nope. Just a bash fart in the wind. Who knows? You get a whiff of it, but oh man, where'd that come from? Who knows? But it's stinky. And this, and we're like, we've been at relentless war forever. Just bloodbath. It's just take what's yours. Just take what's yours and call it whatever you want. Just abuse, and just try to make it as just painless as possible. Okay, gas me. You can do whatever to me, but I just want to be out. Knock me out cold. Oh, and can you give me some dream while you just defile me? Okay. So I'll be out cold dreaming and you'll be defiling me? Okay, amazing. I'll take that. It's a deal. You have yourself a deal. Thank you. Come again. No, smashed. What have people signed under the fine print and said yes? Do I receive cash or is it an e-deposit? What a shame. Right? For what? Oh, I need to get by, didn't you know? Right, so thanks to the bash knowledge of the ancients, right? It's how we get to boast in Uber today, right? And this and that and that and that and that and nothing. What a shame. Oh, so somehow just because people have put things in a little screen and bashed just images, that way somehow we're more advanced than these. These people did it on stone or whatever, papyrus. There's a lot of that. Images. Images on some bash. Images. And you're like, well, it's a type of writing. And this and this and that. Well, amazing. So first you have to know what it is that you're writing, and then that's how you write it. Okay, so these people knew what they were writing. They knew. They knew enough. They knew enough. But they were so religious. They knew nothing. Right? There's no such things as fallen angels and bash. No. There's no such things. And there's no such thing as hybridization. And there's no such thing as chimeras and beasts and bash and corrupt in the flesh, all flesh. And this and this and that. No. There's no such thing. And there's no such thing that knowledge was around in the days of Noah, right? And there's no such thing that knowledge was wiped out, but it resurfaced as occult, the mysteries schools, and this and that and that. Just the old knowledge of the old world, of the relentless worship of, you guessed it, the whispers in the dark, which lead to all type of fantastical bash things that just come out in the dark. And then you call it, it's just some guy from the water that came out and bash looked like, he looked like this guy, but he just gave us he taught us about forgery. He taught us how to weld. Because before we just had no idea what it was. Nope, we had no idea what the dust was. And we just had to start with the most simplest dust and make our way up. Because we just couldn't get it. We just had to get our hands dirty first and put them in soil so we could just understand what soil was. And then we moved on to the higher elements. And eventually we're discovering new ones now, because now we've finally gotten to the point where we can study the elements that we couldn't when we could just put our hands in the dirt. And that's how it just all evolved, because we just didn't have a clue. We had no idea how the dust just dusted. And we just had to carve and dig and slice and dice deep enough, because I wanted to be so deep inside of you that I just had to. And I did it. And look, I found this and this and that. And it's the double helix of serpents that just start defiling you and just amazingly putting you together somehow. What is going on? Right? To you, the human body is just too corrupt because of its flaws that you're making life enhanced somehow. You're enhancing life. And you're the editor and writer of you're the author of your own novel. And just love yourself through all the thick and thins and this and all the stretch outs. You want to be stretched out so much, but you say it feels so good. Wow. And then you cry when you're just left like a saggy bash ripped glove, bash ripped balloon, deflated, all moist and bash, just crying, weeping, blown out. Who knew? Oh, I'm just depressed. Don't worry. This bash, half dragon bash something is going to come and save you. Don't worry. Because it couldn't be that there is a creator. And through his saving word is the only return to the true promise, not the false promise of whatever this bashwood is. Wow. Guys, don't worry, we're moving away from it, but also back to it again. We've come so far, and we're so moral now that we've said no to human hybridization for a long time, but technology is getting to a point where, listen, we need it now, okay? So shut up, and soon you'll be able to wake up like this, and then say, wait a minute, wait just 1 second. I'm tired of this. Turn me into that. Okay, sir. step into this room and we're gonna force blunt trauma your skull so you just are obliterated. You have no knowing, no notion, and then we're just gonna reconstruct you. All while keeping your blood still pumping, air breathing. But we just gotta replace that head of yours. It's no good to you. You need a more advanced version 5.76381, and it's just gonna amaze you. It's gonna give you the best looking art and tattoo of your life. But you guessed it, has to be on your face. Because that's the new you. It's the new you. It's the new cosmetic you. Who knew? Oh, training. Oh, yes. While both cosmetic surgery and plastic surgery deal with improving the patient's body, oh, exactly, enhancement. They both, cosmetic and plastic surgery, are both to improving the patient's body. Because you just have some bash body, and we're making it better. The overarching philosophies during guiding the training, research, and goals for the patient outcomes are different, however. Oh. Cosmetic, enhanced appearance, right? Oh. What is plastic surgery? Plastic surgery focuses on repairing defects to reconstruct a normal function and appearance. So in the end, it is appearance. This one seems to be function oriented. The other one, appearance oriented. Wow. So we're deciding who lives and dies and who looks how and when. And wow, and we're just helping the world stay beautiful. Stay classy, world. We're keeping you classy. We're going to slice and dice you and tell you we were in fashion. You are such a glowing star. Finally, before you were just some hag and just bashed. Oh, thank goodness you decided to get that bash fixed, because now you know what life is. Oh, what a shame. And then you boast and applaud all the people that go out there with no limbs, right? The guy that just has no limbs and he's just a bash inspiration for everyone. You're like, well, we would give him limbs again, but, we're not at that stage yet. So we'll let him be, a beacon for hope. And we'll just continue just cutting and slicing and dicing people, telling them that, listen, you don't want to be a guy with no legs. Well, certainly. We'll reconstruct you however you want. Of course. Step into this office. Did you bring the cash and gold and diamonds? Okay. Thank you. Otherwise, I would have kicked you to the curb. Where is all this smash? Oh. Training requirements. American Board of Plastic Surgery. Hand surgery. Disorders. Reconstructive surgery. Trauma. Oh. Congenital defect repair. Cosmetic surgery. So if you're in plastic surgery, you know all of them, right? If you're in cosmetic, well, you don't know all just the cosmetic ones. Liposuction, tummy tuck, breast surgery, face surgery. Right? The other ones are just like, we're just trying to repair this, okay, bud? And make it look as neat as possible. This one's like, oh, no. It's all enhancement. No, forget the, no, bud. You don't know, you forget the function, bud. Imagine what you're going to look like. Yes. Wow. False promise, everyone, of course. But who knew you make excuses for it and you just hide behind it relentlessly. Oh, just shape-shifting to the future. Oh, of course, you love it. And that's why you are put up with the abuse of the shape-shifting ways of Groundhog Day. Because somehow it's different, but it's not. And you're hoping for the best in the future, but somehow you're getting defiled in the present. And bash is not fair, and we're the orbiter and distributor, arbiter of truth, and to dispense and reconvene and collect and then redistribute equally. Because we're just workers of equity. Apparently, no. Workers of inequity. Distributing some bash for self-gain. And place in the world acceptance. I'm important. I collect people. I bring them and offer them as the ultimate treasure. And I get rewarded in the flesh for bringing the people together in masses to bring some collective bash offerings to whatever temple they want, to whatever temple you say and call the free market. You get to decide what's on demand. Put your dollar where you want the future to be. Right, because that's apparently what these people did. All right, they put their dollar where they wanted the future. Now we're here. Well, apparently these people all disappeared. They just died off. They just died off, and now we have a better version of these bashes. Oh, what shame. Nothing has changed, just fashions. Shape-shifting bash clothing and colors and shape-shifting lengths. Oh, and just loose here, tight there, all over the flashy here, fluffles there, and take them everywhere. Oh, no. Just the same old bash regurgitated story of man's separation from God and creating all elaborates of slicing and dicing to prevent this. Apparently, because, we're at the brink of it. We can stop it. And of course, Carl Sagan had to get in on it. Wow. Of course, the likelihood of human extinction in the future by wholly natural causes such as meteorite impact or large-scale volcanism is generally considered to be extremely low. Of course. However, many possible scenarios of anthropogenic extinction have been proposed, such as human global nuclear annihilation, biological warfare, or the release of pandemic-causing agent, overpopulation, ecological collapse, and climate change. Climate change. Oh, why did it have to be the last one? First of all, the first one they put is nuclear war. Wow. So, nuclear war is the ultimate fear. Apparently, nuclear war is just the ultimate fear. Somehow. You become nuclear. You became nuclear to bash. No. Who knew the end is fire? And you say, no, it's green forever. Right, because you know better than God. Amazing. And still riddled with this pandemic of fear, right? And bash sores. We're covered in sores and bash blemishes and bash just warts coming out and festering wounds and this, and we're just trying to sew it back together, keep it closed. Why do we deal with the smell? Well, sell relentless incense, bud. Fragrance the world. Deceive people into thinking that the stench is gone from their bash putrefaction. Their putridness and bash witnessing their own collapse. Them eating themselves, right? That the bash serpent that eats itself. Wow, they consider that be it's creation. Oh, no. You think that your bash so wise and clever? No. Man's wisdom is smashed. Right? This is smashed. This double smashed. There's no life outside of God. Return to the Father. Heed to the saving word. Ask for instruction as you allow Christ Jesus to draw near. For you have just ran as fast as you could. Full on to this guy. Because you're like, yep, that's me. Amazing. We'll end it there.